Today we're going to talk about mastering percent calculations from basics to problem solving. This is the lesson on percent of a number. You will need the calculation guided notes, a pencil, and a calculator. A percent is a way of expressing a number as part of 100. Percentage is a symbol for percent is right here. The examples: 50% equals 50 over 100, or 1/2. Percentages help us compare and calculate parts of a number. Understanding percent basics. So just remember that percent means per 100. This can be written as a fraction or a decimal. We did this at the beginning of the year. 25% equals 25 over 100, or 0.25. 75% equals 75 over 100, or 0.75. The rest of this is on your notes, so make sure you're filling them in. The basic percent calculation formula. You're going to pretty much take the percent and total times the number, total number equals a result. So do remember that this is the percent key. This might say of. Of equals multiplication. Abbreviate there, okay? So you have to remember that when we say of, like 20% of a number, we're meaning to multiply. To find the percent of the number, use the formula. Percent of a number equals the percent times the number. Now, the percent can be written as a decimal also. We'll be going through that. So you might want to convert the percentage to a decimal. So if I had 45%, it would be 0.45. Then you're just going to multiply that times the number. Here are the example problems on your notes. A shirt originally cost $40. It is on sale for 20% off. Convert the percent to a decimal. Or just use the percent key on the calculator, right? I can write all calculator, but you know you can do one or the other. Multiply the original price by the decimal, and you will get 8. Then, if you want to know the original price, you take 40 minus 8, and the answer is 32. Pause if you need to. Problem 2, tip calculation. A restaurant bill is $60. You want to leave a 15% tip. Convert 15% to a decimal. Multiply it by 60, and you get 9. That's the tip you will want to leave. Okay, here's 2 you can do on your own to make sure you're doing it right. So remember, if you take 30% of, that means multiply, times 80, you can pause and do them and then recheck. This one would be 28, and this should be 6. These should be done on your notes, and you should know how to do these too before you come up. Make sure that you are asking me about these 2 before you start your assignment. The next part on your assignment has you list 2 real-world reasons. So here's some things you might, in the real world, outside of school, use the percent to calculate sale prices, determine tip, taxes. Examples would be a shirt original price, the discount. We already did an example like this, would be how much that would cost, the sale price. Compass points, discuss. Here are some strategies when you are reading these problems. You need to read carefully. Identify the known and unknown values. Use appropriate calculation method. Check your work. Okay? Here's some mistakes. Forgetting to convert the percent to a decimal or using the percent key on your calculator. Number one problem I see in work. Mixing up increase and decrease, not checking your work, misreading word problems. Here's the number one reason I say, does it make sense? Okay, if my dinner is $80, okay, and oops, $80, and I'm gonna pay a 10% tax, I'm not gonna pay $80 in a tip. I'd pay $8. That's when we don't use our decimal point or percent. So always ask yourself, does that make sense? So remember, percentages represent parts of 100. You can easily convert percentages to decimals. Okay, so now it is time for you to do your practice. There are 2% of a number practices. Please get the first one graded before going on to the second one, and then the mastery check.